y'all, it's Laura and I am back with day 4 of our Scrap Madness video a day, and today we have a really fun guest, Natalie Bowers, who is a friend of mine who was on the Chicky Studio design team with me last year, and I'm really excited that she is joining us for Scrap Madness. I am working in my Smashbook today, which is essentially like a journal, a junk journal, but you buy it and it's already got all the pages in it. You don't have to make it yourself, which I think is kind of fun. So it's got a big variety of different types of pages in here. This one was a little dark, so I decided to go ahead and tone it down a bit with some vellum before I added this giant doily in the background. And the reason that I did that is because I don't want my photos to get lost in that very dark, very busy background. So this doily functions as a center point for my photos to land on so that they have a nice crisp background. Now, Smashbooks are not a new concept. They have been around for quite a while, but I missed the boat on them the first time around. I wasn't even aware of them when they were popular, and I've decided to bring them back. I found this one at Amazon very recently, so they're still out there, they're still available, and still moderately priced. And so if you have one of these in your stash, think about digging it out, giving it a go. I'm going to give you guys some inspiration, at least one video a month of working in your Smashbook. And when I get to a certain point, I'll do a flip through and kind of show you how I'm using it. I'm mostly using this instead of Project Life, so it's using a lot of photos from everyday moments, things that I wouldn't necessarily do a scrapbook page for, but I do want to document those stories, especially the moments like this one. These two photos are of our dog Gracie, and she's kind of showing signs of missing our elder dog that we had to put down. And she's staring at his empty bed. She's curled up with the blanket that he was wrapped in when we had to put him down, and she's just obviously having all of the feelings. And I thought it was a very tender and sweet moment, and I wanted to document this, but I don't know if I would put that on a scrapbook page. So those little stories that are important to me that I want to document, but don't necessarily feel like they go into the event scrapbooks, I'm going to put in here. And so far it has been such a cathartic experience to be able to give myself plenty of room to journal and not worry about design. I'm literally just sticking things down. I'm not trying to create a masterpiece. I'm not trying to create a piece of art. I am just making a pretty page and adding a whole lot of journaling, and that is the full purpose for this book for me. So I've gotten this piece of paper with a big heart that came out of Chamel's box of crayons 6x8 journaling pad. That journaling pad is awesome. I absolutely love it. While it's not something I think I would use on my layouts because it's 6x8 and so it's kind of large for that purpose, but for this project it is perfect. It gives me a really nice journaling spot that has a lot of room to write, and the colors are a lot of fun. They're bold, they're bright, but they're not in your face. And so far I have really enjoyed using these. So I'm just grabbing some bits and pieces from a little bowl that I keep on my desk that has ephemera and stickers that I had trouble using or left over from kits, and I just kind of pop them in here, and it's made it so nice to use up those bits and pieces that are otherwise kind of hard for me to use, like these sticker sheets that have one of them had raindrops, and I used that on last month's page in my Smashbook, and there's also some hot air balloons that I used on a different page in my Smashbook later, and some clear stickers. I mean, those are things that are just really difficult for me to use on a scrapbook page. So it's kind of fun to just stick them in here and not worry about if they're the perfect thing. They don't have to be the perfect match. They don't have to coordinate. And I really like that. And apparently I had a lot to say about this page because not only do I have that journaling page on the left, but I've also got a giant tag for journaling on the right. Adding some word phrase stickers around the page that just things like best friend and you and me and things like that that I don't always use on my layouts. I do tend to be a bit of an event scrapbooker mostly, And when I scrapbook for my kids' albums, it's just specifically about them personally. So it's not usually a multiple person situation. It's just about them. It's a story or an affirmation of how proud I am of them. So this type of everyday moment scrapbooking doesn't really have a place in my scrapbooks. And so that's why I think this Smashbook is going to work out really great for this particular project. Now I'm adding some double-sided tape underneath of that washi for two reasons. One, I don't trust washi. Washi comes right back up. It is not permanent. And two, this is one of those books that's going to be handled. So I am making sure to add extra adhesive to anything and everything that goes into this book. That includes stickers, that includes everything that goes into this book. Now I'm adding some journaling here on the tag about what's going on in the photos, and the journaling I add to the heart will be more about my thoughts on how our household has changed now that Strider has passed away. And it has changed. I mean, when you have an elder dog that you're worried about all the time, that you're caring for him and you're checking on him constantly, and then he does pass away, it's a big change in your daily routine, and it's a huge change in how the household is functioning as well. So that was something I definitely wanted to record in this book. So now I'm just pulling out the Vicky Booten sticker book. Another one of my challenges to myself is to use the sticker books that I got from American Crafts as much as possible because they're nice flat stickers. They're not going to add bulk to this book, and sometimes those things can be a little tricky to use on layouts because a lot of them are clear stickers or they're just sort of random things like labels and arrows, and those are fine, but I just don't think to reach for this book in the middle of a scrapbook page. So I'm just adding some extra adhesive to those stickers as well, not because they necessarily need it, but just to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere and fall off of the page. Now this is just about done. I'm really just going to add in some journaling and a couple more small embellishments onto the left side of the page, and then it will be finished. I am curious, did you try out the Smashbooks when they were popular a handful of years ago? I want to say it was like 5 to 7 years ago. They were super popular, especially with the younger crowd, with teenagers. And I've seen a handful of videos that were like 5 years old about using them. So that's what makes me think it was about 5 to 7 years ago that they were super popular, and I just missed the boat. I really like them though. I enjoy the spiral bound format. I think it's nice that it lays flat and that I can easily work on the pages. And if I do add a couple of puffy stickers, if I do add just a little bit of chipboard, it's okay, because unlike a traveler's notebook, which is too small of a format for me, I have discovered, unlike that, there's a little bit of give with the spiral bound notebook. So I am adding a little bit of a white dashed line around the heart to give it a little definition, a little added fun, if you will. I'm going to add a little strip of washi across the bottom of this page just for a little bit of interest, because it felt a little bit boring at the bottom. I had added some washi and a label at the top, so I thought let's add a little something at the bottom. So I've got this one little strip of washi and this ephemera heart piece, and then I'm going to add just a couple more things and it will be done. I really enjoyed this page. Looking at it makes me feel very happy. Seeing the textures on this page of the doily and the washi tape, and it just makes me smile. The colors are great, but it's not perfectly matched with either side. It's not perfectly coordinated. It doesn't have to be. It's just fun. It's just sticking on stickers. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, bye!